Undercover agents sneak fake explosives past TSA. A recent investigation reveals a massive system-wide security failure at America's airports. Homeland Security officials confirmed TSA screeners fail to detect fake explosives and banned weapons 95% of the time. In one case, an undercover agent with a fake bomb strapped to his back set off the detector. TSA screeners conducted a pat-down, but still failed to find the would-be explosive. The investigation, conducted by undercover Red Team agents, found security failures at dozens of airports across the U.S. Outraged upon learning of the findings, the DHS immediately directed the TSA to begin new security measures, several of which are now being implemented, ABC News reports.
An airport is always battling, making sure it's secure. But are they fighting hard enough? The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA for short, took over airport security after 9/11 and have been trying to find the right formula to protect American travelers. There has been a fair share of controversy in its relatively short lifespan. Many believe they are not stopping potential terrorists and are not doing enough or not doing it well. We'll be looking at the TSA and finding out what needs to change and what needs to go. First, we're going to take a look at the front lines, the screener. TSA screeners are either really old or really young. Neither age group is known for its attentiveness to detail. Another reason these screeners are failing is because they are underpaid and they are overworked. These screeners are unmotivated and exhausted, and they find their job very difficult and unsatisfying. Another reason the screeners are failing at their jobs is because they are undertrained and don't understand how their machines work. When they got the buzz on the machine that you saw earlier, the person did not know where to search for the bomb. He simply patted him down and said he was good to go. Lastly, and a very commonly overlooked reason these screeners are failing is because they are under a lot of stress. There's massive lines building up and people want to get on their planes. And these travelers aren't usually the most patient of people. They just want to get their job done as fast as they can and as efficiently as they can. If they have to stop for 3 minutes to search someone, that's going to hold up the line for quite a while. Secondly, let's take a look at the TSA's machines. The nice thing about machines is they're never going to make a mistake. If for some reason they do, it's not the machine's fault, it's whoever's fixed it or programmed it. Take, for example, the air puffer. This machine works really well in a laboratory environment where the air is clean and relatively even temperature. Inside of an airport, the air is a bit dirtier, the humidity can change, and the temperature can fluctuate a little bit. This leads to the machine breaking down quite a lot. The TSA has about $30 million of these machines sitting in storage collecting dust because they break down so often. Now that we have the tools out of the way, like the people and the machines, we can talk about the core problems in the TSA. For example, the TSA is self-regulating. That means it sets its own rules that it has to follow. That almost always leads to corruption of some sort, whether that be politically or just complacency, making it easy to do your job, even though it should be a lot harder. And of course, you can't have a government agency without politics being involved. Michael Chertoff, a former congressman, convinced Congress that his scanning machines were the way of the future, the way to stop all contraband being brought onto planes. Little did they know, because they have no experience in security whatsoever, that these machines weren't exactly the best. The machines basically took nude photos of whoever they were scanning, and somehow these photos got leaked onto the internet, exposing a lot of people's privacy and getting rid of a lot of their dignity. These machines have been removed since then. How do we fix the TSA? My suggestion is we get rid of a lot of lower-end positions and replace them with high-quality machines. That way there's less chance for error and there's more consistency. Also, I suggest keeping a few number of elite workers that really know how these machines work so they can use that to help them search people. Also, I would suggest having someone watch over the TSA, like Department of Homeland Security, and set the rules for them. That way they have something to really follow and they have someone to report to if something goes wrong or if they screw up. And lastly, I would suggest removing politics from the TSA altogether. I know that's incredibly unlikely, incredibly difficult to do, but if you could succeed at that, it would make the TSA so much better. Remember, the TSA are the good guys. They just need help getting back to where they should be, or maybe where they should have been all along. Hopefully the TSA changes before a terrorist attack forces them to change.